Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Iron Man, the first Marvel movie inside the domain of Marvel Studios, and the first film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU, is a superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character Iron Man.
We all know who Iron Man is, but for the sake of the assignment,
Tony Stark, a billionaire industrialist and genius inventor, is selling and conducting weapons tests in Middle East, but terrorists kidnap him to force him to build a devastating weapon. However, instead of doing that, Stark builds an armored suit and knocks down his captors. He later returns to the US, where he refines the suit and uses it to combat crimes and terrorism.
Iron Man has influenced other films in the same franchise and other IPs. Through sequels, crossovers, and phases, Iron Man has grown into the MCU, the biggest movie franchise in film history.
Iron Man was the key film to develop other films and their big box office,
opening the doors to superhero-themed films for all audiences
and, well, for a limited audience as well.
There is especially 3 ways how Iron Man was the one who made a legacy. Iron Man influenced other films in terms of storytelling and motion picture business. Although Iron Man influences mostly the Marvel franchise,
which later became part of Disney's dominion,
Iron Man has also influenced some strategic scenes. Iron Man influenced other films' heroes in terms of storytelling. For example,
the love interest has to fix the hero, giving us a flawed protagonist, Tony Stark, and his romantic interest, Pepper Potts, who later runs Tony's company while he drinks and gambles.
You must be the famous Pepper Potts.
Indeed I am.
After all these years, Tony still has you picking up the dry cleaning.
I do anything and everything that Mr. Stark requires, including occasionally taking out the trash. Will that be all?
In other films like Guardians of the Galaxy, Gamora won't date Peter Quill until he grows up.
Another example can be Black Panther, where it presents T'Challa's ex-girlfriend, Nakia, as a supportive friend and not a reward for the hero for defeating the villain. She also tells what is the need of the main character, to help the world through Wakanda.
In Doctor Strange, Christine Palmer remains friends with Stephen Strange until he changes his egoistic and bashy behavior, which we all know that she will not return in any universe. I don't care how long it takes.
Best surgeon and the best superhero. But you still didn't get the girl.
Save your tears, it'll be okay.
The film also brought humor to the action genre.
I feel like you're driving me to a court-martial. This is crazy. What did I do? I feel like you're gonna pull over and snuff me. What, you're not allowed to talk? Hey, Forrest.
We can talk, sir.
Oh, I see, so it's personal?
No, you intimidate them.
Good God, you're a woman. I couldn't have called that. I mean, I'd apologize, but isn't that what we're going for here? I thought of you as a soldier first.
I'm an airman.
But you have actually excellent bone structure there. I'm kind of having a hard time not looking at you now. Is that weird? Come on, it's okay, laugh. Hey!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
And what do you say to your other nickname, the Merchant of Death?
That's not bad.
In the last 10 years, comedic movies have declined in quality. But according to this guy called Sherlock from this page, he says,
moviegoers have been increasingly turning to action blockbusters like Deadpool, Shazam, and the recent Jumanji movie for laughs, as well as thrills.
I don't like Jumanji, nor Shazam.
In Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. started this trend by improvising jokes while filming, since it was also confirmed that the movie was done without a complete script.
When you did Iron Man, you said that was more like I don't want to misquote you, but it was like kind of like a high school kind of thing or an amateur production because they wrote it as they went along.
This was so amazing. You know, I don't know, $200 million or whatever the thing cost.
Yeah.
You'd think they would have a script.
Right.
You know, you would think.
Yes.
But no.
Who directed that one? Was that Favreau? That was
man.
Favreau.
So
Although a little bit of commercials here, I rather prefer Marvel Cinematic Universe to be more serious. I mean, I like that. I like the jokes, but it's getting way too much funny, and it's like you have films like Thor: Soldier 4, Ant-Man 3, what else? Yeah, She-Hulk.
By the way, the dialogue "I am Iron Man" it was an improvised dialogue Downey Jr. performed. This dialogue became very famous that they included it as part of Tony Stark's last words defeating Thanos.
However, the best strategic storytelling was to add a post-credit scene setting up the next movie.
This strategy was popularized with Iron Man by introducing us to Nick Fury, who talks to Tony Stark about the Avenger Initiative.
Mr. Stark, you become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet. I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.
After this, in the same franchise, films like Thor, Captain America, and Incredible Hulk had a post-credit scene where it was planting the same initiative. Not only did Marvel begin to make more post-credit scenes, but other production companies like Nintendo. In the recent The Super Mario Bros. Movie, we can see an egg, which makes us understand Yoshi is going to appear to the confirmed sequel of the movie, or Sega in Sonic the Hedgehog, in which both movies presented us a post-credit scene, giving us a hint what or who is going to appear in the next movie. In the first, it appears Tails, and the second one, Shadow. With a budget of $140 million, Iron Man has a good box office of more than $585 million.
This success led corporations to consider superheroes as their main theme. But because of the success of Iron Man had with the strategy of screening a post-credit scene where someday reunited superheroes will be on the same screen,
which resulted in the expected sequel movie The Avengers, production saw the incredible box office the Avengers movie had that some decided to copy their same strategy. Sadly, it didn't work for some franchises, like the Justice League, which involves as well a group of superheroes.
Iron Man was the keystone of the revolutionary wave of superhero movies. The success of this movie impacted film history by initiating the biggest franchise so far, Marvel Cinematic Universe,
creating as well a big fans community that supported, since a bunch of fans dropped out Marvel because of recent failure movies, the Marvelous Madam Web, that supported these films to the point that many of these films became the most grossing movies of all time. For me, I remember watching the film when I was a kid. Once I knew that there was a post-credit scene, and in the Incredible Hulk movie, they brought Iron Man in the post-credit scene, I remember being so hyped and desperate to see the next films they were developing, which it was rewarded with the Avengers movie. Thanks to Iron Man, my journey of analyzing films began, which in consequence, it made me always talk with my little brother and my father about theories of what is going to happen in the next movies. It also made that mouse so rich that it is likely that this is why at the beginning of Phase 4, Disney did not mind putting forced politics and really bad writing in its post-Endgame films and losing too much money. It got out of hand and now Disney is slowly going to bankrupt. Although Marvel recent movies are terrible, it is undeniable that it is because of the legacy left by Iron Man that the franchise lives on. Hopefully they wake up and make good stories well told.